1 week ago today, Albert Pujols would hit his 700th career home run, becoming just the 4th player in Major League Baseball history to reach that elusive mark. And it got me thinking, who could potentially be if we would ever see another 700 home run hitter? So I have 3 players in the majors already in mind who could potentially hit that mark, and one bonus, so stick around to the end to find out who that is. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as we look at 700 career home runs, that is quite a great number of home runs. Only Barry Bonds, Henry Aaron, Babe Ruth, and now Albert Pujols have achieved that elusive feat. So as we look at who could potentially be the next candidate, we begin with number 3. Now, that 3rd player on my list is Ronald Acuna Jr. Now, obviously, to be able to reach the 700 home run mark, you have to have longevity and start early. I think that when you look at Ronald Acuna Jr., his athleticism and power really give him an opportunity to be able to reach this type of mark 20 years into his future career in the major leagues. Now, it is going to take him being able to stay on the field and be healthy, but going into the rest of his career, I believe that this will be a very healthy player. I think that there's going to be an opportunity for Ronald Acuna Jr. to really start putting up some monstrous campaigns of 40-plus home runs each and every single season, and by doing so, allowing him and affording him the opportunity to get close to 700. As we look at the number 2 player on my list, it is that of Juan Soto, now of the San Diego Padres. I think that when we look at what Soto is capable of, there's always going to be questions whether he's going to transition away from his on-base percentage and be more about his slugging percentage. I think that with the age that Juan Soto has, being such a young player in Major League Baseball, he's going to be able to develop even more power than he already has. This is going to be a guy who, in my opinion, has the ability, especially if he gets into a little bit more of a hitter-friendly ballpark after his tenure is up with the Padres, that there could be an opportunity for Juan Soto to really start putting on the home run power and the home run swing. Given his ability already at the plate and the eye that he has, he can truly start to just sit on pitches, hone in, and drive them out of the ballpark. I think that there is going to be a lot to like about a potential race for Juan Soto chasing after Albert Pujols and the 700 home run club. But we have to wait and see if it's going to be all about the Ted Williams style or the Albert Pujols style for Juan Soto. And as we look at the number 1, and in my opinion, the most likely player who is going to be able to come close to this mark, it is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and there's very little question to me that he has that ability. I think that when you look at Vladdy Jr., there's no doubt he has a tremendous amount of power. He is only 23 years old, so it gives him a very long major league potential career to be able to sit and hit home runs in a very hitter-friendly ballpark in Toronto right now. For Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the power that he already has is going to be able to be put on full display as he becomes even more of a mature hitter, and more power comes out of his body as he continues to develop his skills and his craft as a Major League Baseball player. There's very little doubt in my mind that this is going to be a guy who is consistently putting up 40, 45, even 50 plus home run caliber seasons. I think that there's very little question that there's going to be a lot of eyes on Vladimir Guerrero Jr. being a second generation superstar amongst other second generation stars. And you're going to have to game plan around Vladdy's bat as he continues to develop in his career. So being able to see him as a potential 700 home run caliber hitter is not completely out of the realm of possibility. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know who you potentially could see as a 700 home run hitter in Major League Baseball. Now, as I said in the open, I am giving you a potential player who is not yet in the major leagues, but the Martian Jasson Dominguez of the New York Yankee organization, in my opinion, also has the ability to be a prolific home run hitter. I think that when you look at what Dominguez is capable of doing, yes, it is in the minor leagues, but the power is there. And at 18 years old, if he comes up even, let's say, next season for the New York Yankees, being a switch hitter with the short porch in right field, we could see a tremendous amount of power and home runs coming out of that swing. But again, let me know your thoughts on who you could potentially see as a member of the 700 home run club. Yes, names like Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton would all sound incredibly well in that club. However, being already at 30 years old, I don't know if they're going to have enough time left, especially with some of the injuries they have piled up to both Trout and Giancarlo, to be able to reach the 700 home run mark. But there's no doubt that they have the capabilities of being able to put up several stellar home run caliber seasons. But where they presently sit, it makes it much more difficult to believe that they can be a part of that very elusive and rare club. But again, let me know your thoughts on this down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball to keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire GLMG family with We Sibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast by hitting the subscribe button on all 3 channels. For sticking around to this point, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com and use the promo code POOLHOLES5 to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as we continue to look at the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of Major League Baseball. Peace.